rule, and perhaps there's been some discussion about what really counts for early bird, but I am going by what the clerk has observed when members came in. So Senator Sanders will go next, and he will be followed by Senator Gardner.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. And Congressman Zinke, thanks very much for your willingness to serve. I have three areas that I want to touch on. President-elect Trump has suggested, more than suggested, stated in his view that climate change is a quote-unquote hoax, end quote. Now, I know that you're not here to be administrator of the EPA or Secretary of the Energy, but the issue of climate change is, in fact, very important for issues that the Department of Interior deals with. Is President-elect Trump right? Is climate change a hoax?
I can give you the best answer is three things. First of all, climate is changing. That's undisputable. I'm from Glacier National Park. And
you don't have any more glaciers there, huh?
Well, and I've seen glaciers over the period of my time recede. Matter of fact, when my family and I have eaten lunch on Grinnell Glacier, the glacier has receded during lunch.
All right, but I have, if you could, is the President-elect right? Is climate change a hoax?
Well, if I can continue, two more points, I'll make it short. The second thing is man has had an influence. I think that's undisputable as well. So climate is changing, man has an influence. I think where there's debate on it is what that influence is, what can we do about it? And as the Department of Interior, I will inherit, if confirmed, the USGS. We have great scientists there. I'm not a climate scientist expert, but I can tell you I will become a lot more familiar with it, and it'll be based on objective science. Right, I don't believe it's a hoax. I believe we should.
You do not believe it's a hoax?
No, I believe we should be prudent to be prudent. That means I don't know definitively. There's a lot of debate on both sides of the aisle.
Well, actually, there's not a whole lot of debate now. The scientific community is virtually unanimous that climate change is real and causing devastating problems. There is a debate on this committee, but not within the scientific community. Next question. But dealing with climate change, if climate change is already causing devastating problems, should we allow fossil fuel to be drilled on public lands?
Again, we need an economy and jobs too. And I've, in my experience of probably seen 63 different countries, I've seen what happens when you don't have regulations.
Taking your, I don't mean to be rude, but there's just not a whole lot. I'm taking your answer to be yes, we should allow fossil fuel to be drilled on public lands.
I'm an all-the-above energy, and I want to be honest with you. I'm all the above.
Will you encourage wind and solar on public lands?
I will encourage absolutely wind and solar, all the above. Okay. So I think that's the better solution going forward is all the above energy.
Some of my conservative friends believe that the day should come when we should privatize the national park system. What's your feeling on that?
I want to be clear on this point. I am absolutely against transfer or sale of public land.
Good. That's a clear answer.
Can't be any more clear.
No, you can't. Thank you. I have had the opportunity in the last year or so to get around the country. And with that opportunity, I've met with many Native American tribes, and you discussed this issue. I think it is not debatable that throughout history, including today, the United States government has treated the Native American people with disrespect, has ripped them off, has abrogated treaties. And right now we have in many Native American communities and reservations people living in unbelievable poverty, incredibly high unemployment rate, youth suicide unspeakably high. Do you agree with that assertion? And if so, what do you propose to do to improve life for the Native American people throughout this country?
Well, I have great respect for the Indian nations, and Montana has some of the great nations. The gentleman behind me is from the great Crow Nation. And I think there's three things. Sovereignty should mean something. When we say a nation is sovereign, it should have weight. Secondly,
stay on that one, because you're right. Sovereignty should mean something. What does that mean if you are, in fact, receive the nomination?
Well, I can tell you from the perspective of a Montana congressman, the paperwork, the bureaucracy within reservations far exceeds what's outside. And perhaps at one time we viewed the Indian nations as almost children-like, where we have to manage every aspect of their affairs, and it has affected their ability for self-determination.
Good.
Is they don't, we haven't.
I agree with you.
Tools.
Let me just, also, healthcare and education are serious problems on many reservations. Will you take a hard look at those issues and try to improve the quality of healthcare and education for the Native American people?
Yes, I will, and I take it seriously because I've been to Lame Deer, and as bad as the VA is, and
Well, some of us don't accept that as
well, as bad as the VA is, Indian health in Montana is worse. Let me repeat that. It is worse. I think when you have individuals that need care that line up and you have only few doctors and
Good.
they don't see the doctor, and the next day they come back and they don't see the doctor, and they don't see the doctor,
All right,
and
so
the
that's an
doctor
issue you are going to address.
Okay,
I'm sorry, sir.
You will address that issue of health care. Good.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you very much.
Senator Gardner.